Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. And tonight I'm going to be making some sausage, peppers, potatoes, and onions. And what you want to do is, I have all my ingredients laid out here. So let's come on over and get started. Okay, so one thing I'm going to tell you before I get started is that I did put some little baby potatoes in the oven already. Okay, you don't have to do it this way. I'm going to tell you at the end exactly why I did it like this. But I am putting a little bit of these already in the oven. And they're in the oven with some olive oil, salt and pepper, a little bit of parsley. And I just threw them in there and they're baking right now. And I'll tell you what to do with them after. So in the meantime now, you're gonna start out with some nice sweet Italian sausage, all right? I like this one. What you wanna do though is you wanna take a fork and you wanna prick it a little bit so that when you cook it, it's not gonna pop all over the place, all right? So you're just gonna take this, put a little bit of holes in it, and this will be ready to go. All right, now, what we have is the sausage, like I said. We have some fresh garlic. This is some whole tomatoes that I just mushed up. White onion, or yellow onion, whatever you call it. Some nice colorful peppers. I'm gonna show you how to cut these so that you know how to do them. There's green, orange, and red peppers, just so for nice color. I have my spices, which is dried oregano, a little bit of garlic, fresh basil, salt and pepper, and a little drop of crushed red pepper for a little bit of heat. Okay, then I have a little bit of Marsala wine and some olive oil. Normally I use Bertolli, but I'm using Filippo Berio, which I actually prefer. However, whatever you have in the house is good as long as it's a good olive oil. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with just cutting up the garlic. You can just mince it up, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm just gonna cut it in little chunks. If you wanna throw it in whole, and take it out, you want to, however you want to do it. All right, so I'm going to throw that in here, and don't mind my little like 99-cent cutting board, but whatever, it works. Now the onions, what you want to do, I peeled them already, but you want to make sure that when you cut your onions that they are cut a nice thickness. You don't want them too thin because you want to have the onion. Otherwise, if you cook them, they're going to dissolve into like nothing. Okay, so you're going to just put all your onions over here. Like I said, cut them nice and thick. Some people actually like to keep it together, like by the stem, so that you're getting a whole chunk of an onion, but I don't really do that. And now the pepper, I don't know if I'm sure you know how to cut peppers, but just in case, I'm gonna show you what you do. Okay, this is all washed already. You're gonna cut off the top, okay? Make sure your knives are very sharp so you don't hurt yourself or anybody else in the kitchen. Got that, kid? Haha. Okay, you're gonna pull the inside out, okay? This is garbage. What you wanna do is you wanna make sure all the seeds are out. There's really no seeds in there, so we're good. I'm gonna scoot this to the side for a second. Now you're gonna cut your pepper like that. Flip it over. See these little things in there? I don't even what we call them, but you get them out of there, okay? You just cut them out so that it's nice and clean, and you get rid of it. What you're gonna do is slice your peppers. Again, a nice thickness, not too thin. You wanna have a little crunch to your pepper, otherwise they're gonna be real soggy, okay? So I'm gonna throw them in there, same with this. Now, I'm gonna use two different frying pans so that I could do the peppers in one with the onions, and the sausage I'm gonna brown in the other first. So let me clean this up. We're gonna head over to the stove and we're gonna start the sausage. Okay, so now I have the sausage in a hot frying pan with a little bit of olive oil, okay? And we're gonna brown these on each side till they get nice and crispy. Okay, we're gonna let that go another minute or two. While those are cooking and browning, you're gonna get another frying pan. Whoop, see, that's why you gotta pop them. That's why you gotta prick them with the fork, otherwise they're gonna pop all over. Okay, so now on this pan, we're gonna take a little olive oil again in here, just a little bit, not too much. And you wanna throw in your onions first, okay? Ah, a little hot. Okay. Maybe lower that heat just a tad. And then we're gonna put in the garlic. Okay, so you're gonna do your garlic and your onions. I'm gonna let this cook now for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And let this just cook up a little bit. And you wanna come back and check the sausages. You wanna flip them when they get nice and brown. All right, so Let this go. We're gonna let these keep browning and let the onions cook, and I'll see you in about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been about 3 or 4 minutes and the onions are cooking nicely. Now the sausage, you wanna make sure it's browned on all sides, okay? Not just the 2 sides. You gotta make sure you get all that pink, you know, nice and nice and little, browned on every side. So we're gonna let that go a little bit more. In the meantime, now you're gonna take your peppers, which are beautiful colors here. I'm gonna throw them into the onions and the garlic, okay? And to this now, you're gonna add all your spices. Remember I said here, whoops, I lost one. Go and get it. All right, I went fishing, but I got it. Okay, so we got a little bit of fresh basil, salt and pepper, a little bit of dried oregano, drop of garlic powder, and some crushed red pepper. So we're gonna get that all in there, okay? I'm gonna stir it around and make sure that everything gets nicely coated. Remember, there's olive oil already in this, so it's gonna have a nice flavor when everything is all mixed together. Okay? So now you can cover this and let it steam a little bit, which I'm actually gonna do right now. I'm gonna put a little lid on this. Make sure you have it all mixed together then nice, all right? Now, we're gonna cover it and let this cook till maybe another 10 minutes or so. By the time this is done, your sausages should be browned. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this up, clean up the mess a little bit. Always clean up your kitchen as you go and wash your hands. And make sure you brown your sausages good. Okay, see you in a few minutes. All right guys, so I've had the sausages browning for about maybe 10 minutes or so. And you can get them a little bit more brown, you know, if you like them a little crispy. I'm gonna leave them in a few more minutes while I do the next step. Now, I did cover the pot that had the peppers and the onions and the garlic, okay? Let that cook for a little bit with all the spices. It smells amazing. Now, what you wanna do at this point is throw in your tomatoes, okay? You don't have to do this. If you want it without the tomatoes, you can leave out the tomatoes, but it's fine. It just gives it a nice little extra flavor. And also to this, again, optional, but it gives it a nice little bit of a flavor, is a little bit of Marsala wine, okay? So we're gonna throw a little bit of that in. Maybe like a half a cup or so, all right? And we're gonna just stir this up, and we're gonna let this get a nice little juice going. That tomatoes are gonna give it a really nice flavor. And we're gonna just get this all incorporated here. Now, in the meantime, what you wanna do is you wanna preheat your oven to about 400 degrees. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this off, we're gonna combine it, I'm gonna cut up these sausages, and we're gonna throw them in the oven, get everything nice and crispy, and we're gonna put it on some Italian bread, all right? So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, so now we have here the peppers, onions, and garlic with the tomatoes. It absolutely smells amazing. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it. Then I have my brown sausages. What I did with these was I cut them up into 3 pieces, okay? I'm gonna show you what I did with these. And these are the little baby potatoes. I pre-cooked them, okay? You don't have to pre-cook them that long. I think I might have cooked them a little too much, but it doesn't matter. You're gonna throw them in there anyway. We're gonna combine all of this in the tray into a baking dish, and we're gonna wind up putting it back in the oven. Remember, heat your oven to 400 degrees while you're doing this so it's ready to go. All right? Now, Lorena Bobbitt was not Italian, so, you know, she's got nothing on me, all right? So what you wanna do is cut your sausages into 3s. Again, make sure you have a nice sharp knife. See, it's not cooked inside yet, so you have to get that back in the oven for a little bit. But we have, like I said, a bunch of different, you can cut them in half, you can cut them in 4s, however you want them. I think 3 is nice because then you have a nice big piece of sausage when you go to take a bite out of your sandwich. Sandwich. All right, so now we're gonna take all these ingredients. Okay, first what we're gonna do is you're gonna put, first you're gonna put the peppers in the pan, all right? You're gonna line up your peppers, the tomatoes, the onions, the garlic. Oh boy, I really wish you guys can smell how delicious this is. Amazing. Now you're gonna do this, you're gonna spread it around your pan. You don't want it too bunched up. You want it to, like, you know, be able to cook. Now you're gonna take your sausages, your sausage, and we're gonna throw it in. Get all the oil in there too, just throw it in. The juice is delicious, okay? And the potatoes. And again, in the potatoes, all I did was use a little olive oil with some salt, pepper, garlic, and in the oven they went. Okay, till they were cooked. Now I'm just gonna mix all this up. Now we're gonna pop this into the oven that's preheated. I said 400 degrees. You can let this go in for about maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or so until it gets a little bit more crispy. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna take it to the next step, which is gonna be on the sandwich. Make a nice big Italian sandwich. All right, let's throw them in the oven. Okay, so it's all out of the oven and it looks absolutely delicious. Nice and crispy, not too overcooked. All right, so what you wanna do now is, of course, you have some nice breads. You can use rolls or some Italian bread. I cut this one open. You wanna leave it, of course, connected so that when the juices drip out, it doesn't all fall out of your sandwich, right? I have a little bit of white Zinfandel over here. And let's put some on the, whoops, sorry, a little noise here. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of sausage. Some of these delicious peppers, right? You wanna make a nice big sandwich with all the stuff. So it's nice and full in there, right? Oops. All right, now. Time to taste. Of course, you could fill it up more. I'm just doing this for you guys, you know? But you wanna make sure that everything is in there. Okay, gotta squeeze it a little. I'm gonna take a little taste of it and see how it is. Oh, I didn't get the sausage, but the taste is amazing. So good. I have to swallow first. So, again, always wash it down with a little vino if you have. If not, whatever you want. But it truly is absolutely delicious. If you don't want to do all these different steps, the easiest way to do it, cut up everything, throw it all in the pan, throw it in the oven, and just keep turning it and let it cook for maybe like an hour and a half on 400. I only did it this way because I wanted to show you the steps of how it's done. It does taste better this way. But like I said, if you're in a rush or you want to do like a bigger batch, and you want to do it faster, just throw it all in the oven in a big pan, just stir it, make sure it gets all crispy on all sides. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my channel if you did. And that's it. Manja. Salud.